Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. I'm Huss. I am joined by Jordan, and today's video we're going to talk about the FPL Game Week 1 draft for Game Week 1. So we know the game isn't out yet, and there's still rumors going around it could drop later this week. We're not so sure when the game does drop, but we thought we'd still do a video for you guys because yeah, content, and I think it's interesting because obviously a lot of people now are hoping the game launches soon. So we thought we'd pick our 11 players and go through what players we would like in our team, what players we're looking at, and yeah, we'll get into it. But before we start, how are you, Jordan? What's new?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Pretty much the same old story. Pretty much waiting for FPL to start and seasons and
Yeah,
matches to happen, I guess.
yeah. So we'll get into it. Obviously, guys, the website we've chosen to use is fpl.team. It's just a good website that we found that lets you pick teams, and but yeah, we're not sponsored or anything. It's just a good website. So yeah, you should use it. But yeah, let's get into it. So I am bringing up my team first. Well, it's a blank page at the moment. So yeah, let's talk. Um, so what formation would I play? Is the first question I think I have in mind. Um, what formation do you think this season for game week 1? Are you going 3-5-2, 4-4-2? What do you reckon you'll start with?
I'm probably starting with 3-5-2 because there is a lot of midfield options this season, I think, that will have to be considered. But also, it might be possible that there might be 3 forwards at the front
Yeah.
as well. So there could be a bit of a, I don't know, a 3-4-4 maybe.
Or you mean 3-4-3?
Or 3-4-3, sorry, yeah.
Okay, let's get into it then. So let me just put in the players. Let me start off putting in the players that I think are nailed in my team. So there's no debate. So first up, he's got to be in the team, hasn't he? Mo Salah. Okay, hold on. Why is this not working?
Yeah, you got to select the position.
Okay, there you go. First in Salah. What price have they got him at? Was it 12.5 mil?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got him at 12.5 mil. Okay, that I don't know what to make of that because I think Salah will be priced at
13 mil.
13 million. We said in our price prediction video.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume he is 12.5 for the purpose of this video. So he's in my team as a no-brainer. Salah comes in. He will probably be my captain as well for game week 1. The next player I'm putting in is another Liverpool player, and that will be Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he's another no-brainer that comes into my team. Also, who else would I put in?
Yeah,
I
you
think
want triple Liverpool, don't you?
yeah. Let's start with someone else in defense because I want a Man City player in there. So I think Cancelo. Probably start with Cancelo in there as well. Maybe I can go Diaz or Laporte, but for now, let's see how it is with Cancelo. Cancelo is priced at 7.5. Trent is predicted at 8 million. So they think he's going to get a price rise by 0.5, I think. So Trent started last season at 7.5, didn't he?
Yeah, we predicted it would be 8.5.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Trent is 8.5. But yeah, the game has him at 8. So those are the players that I think are nailed to be my team at the moment. Salah, Trent, and Cancelo. Let's bring up a goalie quickly. What goalie would I want to have in? Okay, let's go. Usually I go with a 4.5 million goalie. So I'm going to set the budget to 4.5 million. And as you guys can see, there's not many great options at this price bracket. There's the Brentford goalie, the Palace goalie. If you want to go there, but let's stick to Raya as the Brentford goalie. He has Leicester. He has Leicester game week 1, I believe. And then if you look at his fixtures, who have they got? They've got Leicester away game week 1, then Manchester United, then Fulham, then Everton, then Palace, then Leeds. I think for that price, 4.5 million, I think he looks decent to start with. Would you agree, Jordan? The Raya?
Yeah, Raya's not a bad pick. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how Brentford start off the season as well. They did have an average season in the first season for Brentford in the Premier League, so they did
They
pretty
finished
well.
quite high up. I was surprised. I thought they did quite well.
Yeah,
Um,
especially with Ericsson
yeah,
into the team, they really turned up. Ericsson was like their
it played well.
stronghold when he came in. So yeah,
So yeah, just looking at the fixtures, Leicester, I think that could be decent. I don't really expect a clean sheet. Man United could be tough. You'd expect Man United to get a goal, and then Fulham, promoted team, so you'd hope there's a clean sheet in there. Everton, Palace, Leeds, they all look decent fixtures for Brentford. So I'm going to go with Raya in goal. Trent, as you guys see the fixtures, Fulham, which is a great fixture for Trent for attacking returns plus a clean sheet. Palace looks quite good as well for Trent. Okay, Man United's away could be a bit tough, but Trent, I'll still play him in that game. Bournemouth looks good, another promoted team. Newcastle and Everton. So Trent looks like a great pick. So I think most of us would have him in our team from the start.
yeah.
Um,
Arguably, Liverpool have the best fixture run, best
mhm,
5 fixtures.
yeah. Um, Also, I'm looking at I've got one premium in there right now, obviously with Salah. Um, let me just put in. Let's put in some bench players actually very quickly. So I'll just put in this guy from who's the Brentford goalie, I think he is. Um, let me also put in Gelhart because he's a cheap. How much is he? 4.5 million forward, so he goes into my team. Um, let's put Haaland in my team. Now, this is the interesting one. Should you start with Haaland or not? Where is he? Okay, the budget actually. That's why. But if I put Haaland in, he's predicted to be 12.5 million, so quite expensive. But we know what the pedigree he comes with. Would you be starting with Haaland in your team? Let's quickly speak about Haaland.
Well, after doing some background research on Haaland and his previous performance in his last club for Borussia Dortmund, he's definitely one to have in a season starter for sure. He starts off well in the season at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but also because of his age, youngster who's coming into his ability, I'd say, at his age, he's going to be one to have, I say, from the very beginning.
Yeah. Also, with Haaland, interestingly, you look at his fixtures. He has West Ham, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Palace, Forest, and Villa. So you look at those fixtures. He's got two newly promoted teams in Game Week 2 and Game Week 5. And in Game Week 2 and Game Week 5, Salah plays Palace and Newcastle. So maybe you can get both of them in and rotate because they make good captain options. So you captain Salah against Fulham, captain Haaland Game Week 2, and then vice versa. You could swap. They make good options because their fixtures kind of rotate pretty good. So Salah and Haaland combo could work out pretty good at the start of the season, I think. But obviously, the elephant in the room is Son and Harry Kane. Do you go without Son and Kane when they play Southampton game week 1, which looks like a great fixture for Tottenham? And that's really the debate. But for the purpose of this video, for now, let's put Haaland in, and let's pick the rest of my team.
Yeah, I do think for the first matching game week 1, it might be better to observe Spurs in the first match before
Mm-hmm.
considering getting any in. Depending on what the result is and how teams work out, it will really decide whether Spurs is a vital asset to have over either Man City assets or Liverpool, depending on how well they start off.
Okay, fair enough. Obviously, that's going to be the main debate: Haaland or the Spurs guys. But let's start off with let's finish my defense up. I'm going to put in Chilwell, and yeah, he's in my team because I think Chelsea. Look at their fixtures. They start their away to Everton, which I think is pretty good for Chilwell, and then Spurs. Okay, that's quite a tough game. But then they've got Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, West Ham. I can see a couple clean sheets in there, potentially some attacking returns. We know Chilwell did do his ACL, I believe, last season. Obviously, his season ended very early on. He's back now, fully back. So I'd expect him to start the season. He is a key player for Chelsea. And before his injury last season, he was doing very well, getting involved with assists, with goals. And I think he's another key player with Reece James and Chilwell on that side. I think it looks good for me, Chelsea, having Chelsea at the start. But yeah, I got some comments here. Reticent Gaming says get Mane. Confirmed to Bayern Munich now. Elliot says, hey guys. Hi guys. Sorry, hi Elliot. He says hi guys. So yeah, for everyone is in the stream still, don't forget guys to drop a like on the video and also smash the subscribe button if you are new around here. But yeah, let's carry on with the video. So I've got one midfielder in there as of now. I've got Salah, I've got Haaland, I've got Trent, Cancelo, Chilwell, and Raya. I like the look of my team, but I've only got 40 million left. I've only got 40 million left to pick 5, 6, 7 players, including the bench. So this is where it gets tricky because maximizing that budget, as we know, is going to be difficult. But let's see what I can do. Here's where it's going to be tricky. Let's put in. Who is there to really pick? I want an Arsenal player for sure. Can I put Saka in? What's Saka?
8 mil.
8 mil. See,
surprisingly, that's way high for him.
I think he could be 7.5 to 8 mil. To be fair, I think we did predict him to be 7.5. I think.
Yeah.
He did have a good season last season. You never know. He could be priced at that price, 8 million, which is he might deter some managers from Saka, but we know he's the key Arsenal man, and he's likely to carry on that, the burden of carrying the Arsenal attack unless they sign Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's put Saka in there for now. I don't think I'll be able to afford it. Let me put another defender in. Let's go to Wolves, because I know Wolves have some good fixtures coming up at the start. So, I'll probably get Connor Cody. Let's put Cody in here. So you see Cody, he starts the season with away to Leeds, home to Fulham. Then he's got Spurs, Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Southampton. So he has 2 newly promoted teams in the first 6 games, plus he has Leeds. 3 green fixtures. I think Cody could be a decent option, or even Johnny from Wolves if you are looking to get a cheap defender to start the season. What would you say?
Yeah, I just realised how good Wolves fixtures are at the start. That's made me think about whether maybe a Wolves defender is better than a Chelsea defender in that case in the first game.
Yeah, because look, Leeds, you'd say, is a good fixture. You could see a clean sheet, and then Fulham, you can even potentially see a clean sheet, obviously depending on how Wolves do, because Wolves struggled near the end of the season. If you remember, they were conceding a lot of soft goals, so they'll have to fix up. But I like their fixtures, and for the price, 4.5 million, Cody, I don't really think you can go wrong. So he's in my team for now. I think Saka's gonna come out. I'm not sure about him at that price.
But
let's see.
I'll be very surprised if he's at 8 mil, because he got 11 goals and 9 assists last season. But so with that statistic and the way he played, I don't think it'll be 8 mil. I think it'll be at least 7.5 pushing.
The other interesting player I am interested in is Perisic. Now, he's priced at 6 million. And obviously we're not sure is he going to be as a midfielder or a defender, right? So we'll have to wait and see what FPL actually put his position as. But if he is priced as if he is a defender in the game and he's priced at 6 million, then look at his fixtures. They've got Southampton, which is good, I'd say. Yeah, Chelsea's tough, but then Wolves, Forest, West Ham, and Fulham. So let's say Perisic comes in. Let's say if I play 4 at the back, or maybe I could play 5 at the back, All right, for now, Perisic is in my team, and if he's a defender, I think that could be quite tasty with Conte, playing with the wing backs and everything. What would you reckon? Do you think big at the back could be a way to start the season, like more defenders, 4-5?
No, at the start of the season, I don't think I want to be starting 4 at the back. Maybe 4. I'll push at 4, but no more than that. Not 5. No, I don't think so. In the first game week, I don't think I'll be pushing for 5 defenders because we don't know what's going to happen in terms of matches and clean sheets and whatnot. For the first game week for football is normally mad, crazy results as we have seen last season, especially with Fernandes scoring the hat-trick in the opening game week.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, maybe more open games at the start. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out. But midfield options, there's not many great options, I feel like. I need someone cheap in there. So I need a 4.5 million midfielder. Let's say 5.5 million.
Gordon could be a good pick.
I think what's his budget? What's his price?
I think he is 4.5 mil.
But what's Everton's fixtures like? That's the question, because I don't think they have a good start, Everton. Let's see. If I put Gordon in, I don't think he's got any. All right, Chelsea's quite tough. Well, that is tough. Villa, Forest, Brentford, Leeds, and then Liverpool.
4 good fixtures in that middle there.
Let's take him out for a sec. Gordon. Someone like... I'm just looking. It's not great options at this price point. Dewsbury Hall could be decent. Priced at 4.5 million for Leicester. I like the look of... Okay, let's put in Jacob Ramsey. Where is Jacob Ramsey? There he is. So he's priced at 5.5 million. I don't know if he'll be at that price, but yeah, I'd assume so. Maybe 5 million even, because he was 4.5 million, I think, last season. He's got Bournemouth day 1, which I think is a good fixture against a newly promoted team. Everton, Palace, West Ham. Okay, game week 5 and 6 is quite tough. So you probably, because he's cheap, you could probably just get away benching him for those 2 game weeks, and then probably play Cody, because Cody has Bournemouth in game week 5 and Southampton. So you could just play Cody instead of Jacob Ramsey in those weeks. But yeah, the budget's tight, so let's see. Perisic is in, Chilwell, Cancelo, Trent, Salah, Saka, Jacob Ramsey. I've got Haaland in there. Got 2 more spots to fill. But yeah, what other striker can I get for this position? Who's a cheap striker?
Nketiah is a cheap striker. He's 5.5 mil.
Okay, that's probably a bit more expensive than I'd want to spend. For now, let me just put in Greenwood, the Leeds guy. So I've got Greenwood and Gelhardt both in there for now, and I've got 12 million left in the bank to play with. So I could go 6 million. I could go something like that. Let us know in the comments also, guys. Who do you guys recommend for me to complete my team? Let us know. And also, guys, for everyone that is still watching, don't forget to drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. So, yeah, 12 million. Who would you spend it on, Jordan? What about Bruno Gomes? 5 million, I think he's priced at.
That is what I was about to say. Bruno Gomes is probably a very good differential with potential. because Newcastle do have Nottingham Forest in their first week, first game.
Who's he got? Oh, okay. His fixtures are not
Yeah,
a big fan of, because you got Forest, which I
it's a
like.
good home fixture. First
Brighton
game
could
week.
be okay. City, Wolves, Liverpool.
I mean, you could rotate Bruno around Man City and Liverpool with someone else in those two, but I think
Possibly.
he's a good starter. I think because not many people will go for Bruno Guimaraes just on the fact he has Liverpool and Arsenal. A lot of people will avoid that.
Yeah, I hear that. Got a comment here actually from FPL Gasman. Shout out to him. He says Brennan Johnson at Forest is potentially a good bargain, lads. Yeah, I've actually been watching Brennan Johnson quite closely. He's been linked with quite a few moves over the summer. I don't know if he's going to end up staying at Forest, but yeah, I heard he's a decent player. Obviously, I've not watched too much of him at Forest, but yeah, it could be a good player at 4.5 million as well. So
They're
I've
cheap.
got no newly promoted players in my team, but the thing with Brennan John, I think let me put him in quickly. Well, what's going on here? It's not. All right, hold on. I don't know what's going on there, but it's not letting me add him in.
Might have to put his other.
Yep, nothing.
You might have
Let's
to
leave it.
search for his name because sometimes they don't pop up on the when you type it in. Luis Diaz was the same.
Okay, let me go to. Okay, that's the team's not even coming up, which is. Oh no, Forest. Okay, I was looking for Nottingham. Okay, there you go. Midfield. So he's not actually on. I don't think he's on there. Wait, unless he's a forward, which I don't think he is.
No.
Yeah, strange. You need to update that app. But who else did you have in mind in midfield, by the way?
7 mil. Kulusevski, I don't know if he's 7 mil. Is he below 7 mil?
Kulusevski, is it? He's one I was actually interested in. But I think he'll be a bit more pricey.
Yeah, that's my only concern. He'd be more than 7 mil.
Yeah, he will be more than 7 mil, I'm pretty sure. I think he's 7 point. Because they've got him at 7.5.
He's like a 0.5 off.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been perfect, I think. Just have another.
Unless I get rid of Saka and get Kulusevski, and I could go Kulusevski in and take Saka out for Martinelli, potentially. Someone like that. Obviously, guys, this is just a draft. I think a lot of these player prices might not even be accurate, so we'll have to wait and see how it, when the season starts and what the prices actually are. So for now, I'm kind of happy with something like this. Maybe I can take out Martinelli for someone better, but
you have got 1 mil spare as well. You could.
I've got 1 mil. Yeah,
could upgrade someone.
It's just if I took Martinelli out at 7.5, who would you get at that price range? Just not much. I feel like that at that there's Coutinho and stuff, but the fixtures are not great.
I wouldn't mind Coutinho, to be fair. First opening game, I could see him scoring like a hat-trick or something mad like that in the first game week.
Who's he got in the first game week? What do you have to actually have?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, okay. So it could be a good fixture.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm trying to look at it long term as well for the next 5 to 6 game weeks. Yeah. So that's why I like Martinelli. Because you look at his fixtures. If he plays, let's keep Martinelli in for now. He's in there. So I've still got 1 million in the bank. So this team should be realistic as a game week 1 team. So I've got 1 million buffer. So either way, if some of these players are more expensive or less expensive, I should still have enough money for this team. So off the top, very quickly, I've got Raya in goal. I've got Trent, Cancelo, Chilwell, and Perisic at the back. I've got Salah, Martinelli, Jacob Ramsey, Bruno Gomes, Kulusevski, and Haaland up top. Now you could change it and maybe take Haaland out and get a cheap striker, and then get not Bruno, sorry, Kevin De Bruyne if that's what you prefer, or you can get Son or Kane. Let me just do my captain. So Salah will be captain for me, game week 1 against Fulham, and then vice Haaland. So yeah, I'm going to leave the team like that for now. Let us know your thoughts, guys, on this team that you see on the screen at the moment. Let us know anyone you will take out. Let us know if there's anyone I've missed that you think might be a bit of a gem to start with. But yeah, that's my team, guys. Jordan is going to be next up, and he will go through his players that he chose. And yeah, Jordan, okay, take it away. Let's bring up your team.
Just one.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Just one thing. Can you swap Bruno Gomes for Saka? Do you think that would be better for your team?
Oh, I wouldn't want double Arsenal, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But could I afford that? I maybe could, you know.
I think you could afford that, because I think
Bruno Gomes is 5.
Is he only 5? Oh.
Yeah, he's only 5 mil. I don't think that will be accurate, by the way. I think Bruno Gomes would be more than 5 million, surely.
Yeah, I do think he will be more. It's going to be a very important asset.
We've got Hossam here. He says, just built nearly the same team early today, but with Neto instead of Bruno. Neto is an interesting pick. Obviously, he's been injured as well. He missed a large chunk of football, I believe. So interesting to see how he does come back from that injury and how he performs. But yeah, I think there are interesting ways to go with this team, because one thing I've seen with a lot of teams, and you see on Twitter and stuff, a lot of people have left out Harry Kane. They've left out Son. I don't know if that's a good move. You know, I know Salah and Haaland, the two big names. Haaland, everyone is hyped for Haaland, as he's the big signing. But are we forgetting Harry Kane and Son and how good they are? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I stand by the point of waiting to see what Spurs do in the first game week, because I'm not too sold. I know it's Southampton and they really were poor for most of the season, but with
These are the fixtures.
Yeah, with their fixtures as well, they have pretty good fixtures after Chelsea
game week.
won.
Yeah.
And then onwards, yeah, they have pretty good fixtures. I mean,
you'll definitely want them for game week 4 and 6, probably. Like maybe bring one of them in.
Yeah, you could afford to bring one of them in, transfer them out for a player just for that particular gap in the game weeks.
Yeah.
But for starters, I want to see what they do first, I think. I think a lot of people will be watching Spurs just to see what they do, either Son or Kane. I think that's what's making it harder for people to pick, because you got to pick either Son or Kane as your choice, and that was the ultimate decision making in last season, was to either go for Son or Kane, and it turned out Son was the better choice over Kane.
Well, I've gone with 2 Spurs players in my team anyway. I've got Perisic and Kulusevski, so I am quite heavy on Spurs, I guess. I do believe Spurs will be a very good team this season, though. I think after Liverpool and City, I expect them to be up it again, but I think Spurs just behind them. I think they could have a good season, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's my team. Jordan, let's bring up your team and
okay.
Let's put in the players that are nailed first.
Okay, so it's going to be similar, but the nailed player I'm going to put in first is Trent.
Okay, Trent.
Oh, because the price.
Alexander Arnold, I think you have to type.
Yeah, the price gap was below 4 mil. That's why he didn't pop up. So, yeah, Alexander Arnold is the first choice, nailed. The second choice in my defense, nailed, is Cancelo.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Would you go with someone like Laporte or Diaz to save money, or you prefer the wingbacks, Cancelo with the attacking threat?
I think my first mistake last season was not including a decent defender like Cancelo or Trent, for that matter. So I think starting with a good, steady defender like Cancelo is probably better. And then through the season, maybe drop him down, maybe depending on how well he's doing, or if I need to save money to get a transferred player in, that's what I'll
All right.
probably do.
All right, fair enough. What are you saying for the rest of to complete your back line?
Okay, for the back line, I'm still undecided with the third defender now because I was certain on Chilwell, but I'm kind of swaying between someone else now. So I'll
Okay,
leave that.
put in the rest of your nailed players. Who else is Salah in your? I'm assuming Salah's in your team.
Yes, this time Salah is nailed, and it's going to be the same for also Luis Diaz.
All right, that's the interesting one I find because I've not seen many managers put Luis Diaz in their team. So you're confident on Luis Diaz this season?
Very confident. I said last season I'm going to start with Luis Diaz no matter what because he has a lot of potential.
Well, Sadio Mane has just had his medical, I think today, for Bayern Munich, so he's definitely gone. He's joining. Luis Diaz will become more nailed now, so it could be a good option going forward. And we saw what he did in the short space of time with a full season and a preseason under his belt. He could become, a key part of our thoughts. But talk to us a bit about Luis Diaz. Why Luis Diaz over someone like, Qgvfzs at that price range? What was it, 8 million?
Yeah, he's predicted 8 million. Hopefully he's 7.5. I'm hoping for, but no,
he won't be because he was 8 million last season.
Yeah, he was 8 mil last season, so I'm hoping he stays at 8 mil and doesn't get more expensive. But for the first reason is solely upon Liverpool's first 5 fixtures. As we've seen, they got Fulham first, then Crystal Palace home, then Man United away, which could be very good for Liverpool, as last season has shown that. Bournemouth home, Newcastle home. So they got 3 home fixtures in the first 5 game weeks, which is
6.
Quite good.
Is that 6 or no? Oh, no, yeah, sorry, my bad. 3 home fixtures in the first 5.
Which are good home fixtures in terms of Liverpool, because Palace, Bournemouth and Newcastle would say are winnable matches.
Yeah, I think he's one to watch, definitely. And maybe during the season we'll have that debate whether you can get away with Luis Diaz over Salah. But for game week 1, I'm not taking that risk yet. But having both, that could pay off, especially early on if Luis Diaz starts off with a bang.
Yeah, especially with Fulham away as well. You expect a very comfortable result in that from Liverpool. But time will tell on that. But I did want to go triple Liverpool, I think, in the starting game week. And for the third Liverpool player, I don't know who else I would really pick for a choice. I mean, Luis Diaz is probably the best choice in terms of price and potential midfield.
What about forwards? Have you got anyone in mind?
Okay, yeah, definitely. We've all speaking about this man here, and Haaland as my first forward option. That's definitely going in my team. So that's 2 Man City and 3 Liverpool at the moment. I'm probably sticking with 2 Man City. I'm not too big on the triple Man City yet. We'll have to see how
just mainly because of rotation, I'd say.
Yeah, rotations is going to be a key factor for Liverpool, despite some players from Man City leaving, like Jesus and Sterling and etc. But my second forward choice, definitely nailed on at the moment, is Nketiah, the Arsenal forward.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to butt in, because obviously rumors are going around that Gabriel Jesus is going to join Arsenal from Man City. If that move goes through and Jesus does join Arsenal, is that going to change your opinion of Nketiah and starting with him? Would he get rotated, or because you'd assume Jesus will start?
In theory, yeah. I don't know with Arteta. Would he start him straight away, or would he?
Oh yeah, I think if Jesus goes to Arsenal, he's potentially a better pick than Nketiah. Oh yeah, he definitely is a better pick than Nketiah. It's just I don't know what his price would be, to be fair, but I think he's a good player, and that's the only reason with Nketiah is my worry. Like if they didn't get Jesus, then maybe I would get Nketiah, but that's one to watch out for. Obviously, he hasn't signed yet, has he, Jesus?
No, he hasn't signed yet, but it's kind of hopes that hoping he doesn't, because I want to have Nketiah, because it's a good cheap forward, 5.5 mil. And if we see Arsenal's fixtures, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no difficult fixtures in the first 6 displayed on the screen. They've got Palace, Leicester, Bournemouth, Fulham, Villa in the first 5 game weeks. They played 2 newly promoted teams, and 1 is home. So it is pretty good fixtures for Arsenal. You do definitely want to have definitely 1 at least. I'll say 2 at the most.
I'd agree. You could even have 2 because you could even get an Arsenal defender and potentially get a clean sheet. Against Bournemouth, Fulham back-to-back games. Looks quite good on paper.
Yeah, well, they're also probably one of the best teams to have the good starting fixtures, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's leave Nketiah in there. Do you want to go with your... Who you got in goal?
For my goalkeeper, I was going to put in Dubravka.
Okay. What's his fixtures like?
Newcastle fixtures aren't great, but their first fixture obviously is Nottingham Forest, and then they have Brighton. But I could rotate the other goalkeeper in game week 3 and game week 5, where they have Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah, I usually have a non-playing goalie. Like I have a cheap 4 million goalie that doesn't play. Are you planning on having 2 goalies that rotate, or because I never do that? I just think it's too much at the start of the season to have another that 0.5 million on the bench.
Yeah, that's true. It's just this start of the season, there's not really a good goalkeeper.
I went with Raya. I think I'd recommend him if you want to bring his fixtures up. I think Raya's a decent pick. Just off the top, I forgot who he's actually got. Brentford. Right, let's see. There's a lot more. Well, there's no reds basically. That's what I just saw, and I thought, yeah, let me get Raya. The only tough game I'd say in there is Man United, but as you saw last season, they actually beat Man United, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So I think Raya is a decent shout. But yeah, it's up to you really what you want to go with.
In that case, yeah, I'll probably go for Raya then.
Yeah, you probably play Raya.
Let me switch.
Should read the comments out. Got FPL Penguin that's just joined the stream. Shout out to him. Check him out, guys. He was also another YouTuber that does FPL content. Yeah, so where was we? You just got Raya in. I'm assuming you're going to have a non-playing goalie because Dubravka's at what, 4.5 million?
Yeah, Dubravka's at 4.5 million. So I've gone for a 4 mil non-playing goalkeeper just to see.
Okay.
Because I did do that initially.
All right, let's add in some. Let's check your midfield. So you got 3 spots.
Yes. So this is where it gets a bit interesting. But my third midfielder that I was probably going for is Qgvfzs.
Okay, good pick. I've gone with him as well. So Kulusevski, let's speak about him very quickly. Obviously, I was very impressed with him last season when he came in. Got a lot of goals and assists. What is his price predicted to be? 7.5 million.
Yeah, he is predicted 7.5 mil.
Okay, if he is that price, I think that's a very good punt to have. I think he's a good player, and at that price point, I'm very interested in getting him in my Gameweek 1 team as well. So yeah, he's one to keep an eye out on. Definitely. If Saka is at 8 million, then you'd say Kulusevski is more value for money.
Yeah, that's the problem with Saka being 8 mil. You can't have both in the team that I'm building. You can have to choose between Kulusevski or Saka.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I went Martinelli, just to save a bit on a budget, and hopefully Martinelli's a bit more nailed next season.
Yeah, that's true. With the team, it depends who Arsenal also plan to bring in.
What else are you going in midfield? Are you playing the 3-5-2, right?
Yeah, I will be playing the 3-5-2. So my next midfielder, this is one of my cheaper ones I'm going for, but it's Anthony Gordon, the Everton midfielder. He's 4.5 mil. He's just a budget saver pretty much.
Okay, interesting.
At the moment. My last midfielder, who I'm trying to remember who that was.
You should just do your bench. You're gonna have a decent playing bench, 4.5 million, I guess, like Gelhart.
Oh yeah, on my bench, I plan to have the first one is Cucurella, a Brighton defender,
Okay.
and my second bench player is Johnny.
Johnny. Okay, yeah. Obviously, we spoke about Wolves earlier on and how good their fixture run is. Like, always pretty good for a defensive point of view. If you just quickly bring it up, Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Apart from that Spurs game, it looks pretty good, I'd say. So you could even start with him against Leeds, but we'll have to wait and see closer to the time.
Yeah, it's good options to have.
What's Brighton's fixtures like? Because obviously Cucurella, because I don't know if you guys know, Cucurella is actually close to joining Manchester City. So if that does go through, maybe he gets a price rise, or I don't know, does he become nailed in that Man City back line? Because Cucurella is rumored to join Man City. I don't know if you heard, Jordan.
No, I did not hear. This is news to
Yeah.
me. I didn't realise Cucurella would be looking to go for Man City. It's a pretty big move from.
Yeah, it will be a big move. Man City want him to replace Zinchenko, I believe. So what's Brighton's fixtures? They've got Man United, then they got Newcastle, West Ham. That's quite a tough start, I'd say. Leeds and Fulham, he gets better, and then Leicester.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's definitely bench player material. Not really one I'd be starting.
okay, and then the forward option also you could probably get like a 4.5 million.
Yeah, it will be Gelhart.
Okay.
The last option. So that is my bench.
All right, that's done. What about your? How much you got? 11.5 million left. You could squeeze out another 0.5 by taking out Cucurella, getting a 4.5 million defender. If that's what I'd only think, maybe because of your budget. What did you have in mind anyway for your defense, your last defender slot?
Well, it was either going to be Chilwell, but I'm pretty much siding to
Or James as all there potentially.
James. Is a bit more expensive. He's
Yeah.
priced at I think 7.5 mil.
Okay, yeah. That's why I went Chilwell. Just the price, really.
Yeah, I was looking for a Wolverhampton. Oh, no, Wolves. Yeah, I was looking for a Wolves defender.
Just got a comment here. FPL Penguins says, I've seen a lot of people chatting about Neto, but I don't understand the hype, to be honest. Think there will be rotation once again, and Wolves don't really score that many goals. Yeah, I've seen the obviously Neto stuff. My thing with Neto is he's just come back from quite a big injury, and I want to see how he does before I commit to Wolves. And yeah, I agree. Wolves don't really score many goals. They are a bit more of a defensive team, but we'll have to see how they start the season off, because I remember last season that just went, they actually started off very well. I remember that they played against Man United and they could have had 3 or 4 goals in the first half, but they just missed all their chances. And if you care about XG and stuff, they were basically underperforming XG massively at the start. But then second half of the season, they didn't create much and they went defensive. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how Wolves start off the season. Do they go like full on attack like they did, last season?
Yeah.
Have you got an idea who you're getting in?
Yeah, I'll say Cody is
Cody.
the second choice, I'll say, in my defense in terms of between Chilwell or him. But I'll go Cody for now, which leaves me with 7 mil.
Which is decent budget, I guess, to fit someone in.
Yeah.
Like 7 million. Obviously, there's Bruno Guimaraes at 5 million. But that will leave you with more money you could even get Chilwell and Guimaraes, but obviously I've gone with them pretty much. Any Man United players? Probably
no.
Fair enough.
No, absolutely not.
Ramsey, I went with Jacob Ramsey, didn't I? As my cheap enabler. So you've got Gordon, who's quite cheap in there.
Yeah, but to be fair, I could go for Bruno Guimaraes, but long term it's not a good pick. But again, it could be a good pick if it starts off well for him.
Well, comment here says, and should we be looking at Mount?
Mason Mount.
What's his price at? Is he 7.5? Mount could be a good option, actually, I believe. Sorry, forgot to read Hossam's comment. He says, Jordan, rumours today that Pope may go to Newcastle. Yeah, I've seen that. He says, good shout for Diaz. Mount is also a good option. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to just speak about Mount right now. What's his price if you can bring that?
7.5.
7.5. So you're just short.
Yeah, 0.5.
What's his fixtures like? Everton at day 1 or game week 1? Yeah, I think Mount is a good option, guys. Personally, I wouldn't mind having him in my team. It's just the way my team's set up. I can't really afford it, I don't think, unless I can. So I still have 1 million in the bank, didn't I?
Yeah, you still have 1 million spare in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mount. I was considering Mount, but
Benjo says Pedro Neto. What you could do is get Mount in and then downgrade Cucurella to a 4.5. That's what I'd do. Cucurella has a bench. You might as well have a 4.5 million and have a 4 like playing defender. Maybe like an Arsenal defender. Who's 4.5 million at Arsenal? Maybe like a Holding, or he wouldn't really play, would he?
Doubt. No, Tavares could not play. Hansen, that's probably a good pick. He plays a lot.
Yeah. Then
he was pretty nailed for Brentford.
Yeah, you could put that in. I got a comment here from Benjo, says, how accurate are these prices? Well, we've used a website called FPL.team. So they've predicted these prices. I wouldn't say they will be 100% accurate because obviously the game, we won't know until the game comes out. But I think it's a fairly good prediction, I'd say, to get, like a feel of it and how we just line up with our teams. So it's not 100%, but we thought we'd do this video anyway, just to see how our teams would look for game week 1 and what type of players we're looking at, what teams we're looking at. And those are the 2 teams we've built. So let us know, guys, what you think in the comments between the 2 teams. Let's quickly read out your team very quickly, Jordan.
Okay, so my goalkeeper is Raya of Brentford. Defense, we've got Alexander-Arnold, Cancelo, and Cody as the 3-man defense. And in the midfield, we have Salah, Luis Diaz, Kulusevski, Gordon, and Mount in the 5-man midfield. And up front, we have Haaland and Nketiah.
Okay, so we have gone quite different. Got a comment here from Ali Mack, says, how about Mitchell at Palace for 4.5 million?
Crystal Palace.
Not really considered Palace, to be fair.
They have the worst fixtures, in my opinion, at the start. Let me just show you why.
Yeah, bring up the Palace fixtures.
Let's just say Ferguson. This is Palace fixtures to start off with.
Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City in the first 3.
Yeah.
Well, I think he means as a sub. Like,
as a sub.
Have on a bench, rotate, maybe play him against Villa and Brentford and stuff. I don't think as a starter. So, yeah, could be or okay for a bench player, but I still prefer Wolves. Wolves. If you could. So that is your team on the screen, and then let's bring my one up very quickly. So that is my team. I've gone Raya, Trent, Cancelo, Chilwell, Perisic, Salah, Martinelli, Ramsey, Gomes, Kulusevski, and then Haaland up top. So our teams, we've got some similar players in there. Haaland, Salah, Trent, Cancelo. Jordan's gone a bit different with Mount and then Nketiah. But all in all, I think both teams look quite good. Let us know what you think of our teams. Also, guys, I've got to say, don't forget to smash a like button on this video. It really helps the algorithm and it helps our channel grow. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're very close to like 250 subscribers. If we can get there before the season starts, it will be very much appreciated. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And yeah, please do that before the stream ends. But yeah, guys, what do you make of our teams? Let us know. But yeah, Jordan, what do you think of my team in the sense that in similarities and differences? Obviously, I've gone with Ramsey. Obviously, a couple of cheaper midfielders. I've gone with like 2 cheap midfielders in there with Ramsey and Gomeres, plus Martinelli, who isn't that expensive, is he? And you've
No,
gone kind of with Luis Diaz, Salah as well in that
yeah,
midfield, which is interesting.
yeah. I did say to myself last season that Luis Diaz will be my team no matter what, and
Okay.
there he is. He's starting in my team as my triple
Yeah.
up on Liverpool. I think I'm very dead certain on that.
Okay. Hossam says Palace and Wolves players can be rotated. Yep, that's also true. Ali Mack says neither of you have Kane or Son. Yep, we did discuss that at the start. I think a lot of it is, if you want Salah and you want Haaland, it's very hard to fit Kane or Son in. I think you have to go without Haaland or Salah, to be fair, or unless you decide to have like £4 million players across your pitch and have 3 premiums. I don't like the 3 premium route because it doesn't leave much money for the rest of the team. I like the 2 premium route because it lets you stretch your money out a bit more. But I will be scared game week 1 watching Spurs against Southampton because I already know it. Son and Harry Kane they'll still be very highly owned. I expect them to be highly owned, and if they do get the goals, let's hope Haaland. Obviously, I might change my mind depending on preseason how Haaland does. If he does start from the start, so we'll have to wait and see with that. But I'm not particularly confident going without Kane or Son, if I'm being honest, especially that game week 1.
I mean,
Benjo says Nketiah doesn't look good if Jesus joins. Yeah, we mentioned that as also, but it's not confirmed yet, so we'll have to see. Hussam says both teams are good, and as usual, Huss goes safe and Jordan goes a little differential. Yeah, I think that's the type of player I am. I wouldn't say I'm so safe. I just think I've tried pick the players that I think are gonna guarantee me more points. I don't like being different for the sake of being different, if you know what I mean. Like last season, I just kept captaining Salah. It was boring, but I don't really go too different on captains and stuff. I just try pick whoever I think is going to score the most points. But yeah, it's different, strategies and stuff. Because obviously, I do like a differential as well sometimes. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, guys. FPL Algeria says, nice to see you again. Yeah, nice to see you as well, mate.
yeah, nice to see you.
But yeah, we'll probably wrap the stream up. Unless you guys got any questions, we'll probably stay on for a bit longer. Let us know in the comments, and we'll try our best to answer them. But yeah, there was rumors going around on Monday, wasn't it, that the game or yesterday, that there will be price predictions. Obviously, we didn't get that.
Yeah, obviously the official prices were rumored to be released yesterday, but that wasn't to be. So we're still waiting on that and seeing when that will actually be. It should be soon, maybe at the end of June.
Oh, I think it will come out this week potentially now. Well, I'll be surprised if the prices don't drop this week, and then the game will obviously come out very soon as well. Obviously, there's not long to go. I think they're 3 weeks before the season starts, is it? Or sorry, 3 weeks before preseason.
Yeah, there's not long till the preseason starts, and
yeah, so I'd expect the game to start launching. It's weird because when the season ended, we were like, "Oh, nice to get a break," but now everyone wants the game to start again. People are talking about price predictions and what players they're going to do and having their team and everything. So you can already sense people want the game back pretty much.
It's all the excitement and build up and the tension because of new signings and all sorts going on. I think it's built up all the excitement in this new season coming. It's going to be a very interesting one, obviously, because this season there'll be a break in between because the World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah, of course.
So that does think about chip strategies again. Will there be more, let's say, like last time when COVID was about lockdown and postponements? Will there be more chips like it was then last season because of this little break in between when players have?
I've heard some people say stuff like we might get an extra wild card because after the World Cup, in December when it ends, maybe there'll be a lot of injuries and whatnot, players coming back. I don't know. So it will be interesting to see if FPL do anything about that, the mid-season World Cup. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, that has been our FPL drafts. Just a mock draft, pretty much, for game week 1. Now, those are the players that we're going to go with, pretty much. Obviously, it's not 100% set in stone, but we thought we'd do this video just to show you guys what we're thinking as of now. And yeah, don't forget to drop a like on the stream, subscribe if you're new, and just to give our shout out on our Twitter. If you guys have Twitter, do follow us on there. We usually update when we're going live, so do follow us on there. And yeah, guys, we'll have a lot more content to come. Obviously, our first full season doing FPL content, so it's going to be good.
Can't wait.
FPL Algeria says, what price you do with Haaland? I missed that. Haaland's 12.5 million. This website, FPL.team, has priced him at 12.5. I think that's pretty fair and realistic. I think he'll be 12.5. 12 minimum, like, I'd go with 12.5.
I'm hoping 12 mil.
12 mil. Fair enough.
That'd be great. Just that 0.5 just to play with is huge.
Yeah, obviously at the start, especially fitting all the players that you want, 100 mil.
Yeah.
But I've seen some people say as well we should get more money and stuff. I just think 100 mil is perfect because it lets you make some tough decisions.
Which is the tough decision in this is because it's Haaland, Salah, or Son, and you can only have 2 of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
unless you're cool with going with 4 million players everywhere else in your team.
Yeah, which goes on the question of why people will question, why don't you have Son? Why don't you have Kane? It's going to be the same if you do pick Kane or Son. It's like, why do you not have Haaland or why do you not have Salah? So it's always going to be everyone. Yeah, you can't have everyone. It's going to be a revolving, constant question on because you won't have all of them.
All right, let me just quickly put Harry Kane in. Let's see what happens. So I've put Harry Kane into my team right now. And then I've got 2 million in the bank still. I could do something like that and then maybe upgrade. I could upgrade Jacob Ramsey, someone else, 7.5. But yeah, I'm not sure about going triple Spurs if I'm honest. But yeah, there you go. But for now, Haaland is in, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap the stream up. Obviously, we've gone live for about an hour. We will have more videos for you guys, I think, next week, depending on if FPL decide to release any news. So we'll be reacting to that. So don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything. That's it from me and Jordan with the FPL Duo, and we hope to see you in the next video. So that's it from us today. We hope you've enjoyed the stream. And yeah, we just want to say thanks to you guys for watching. And yeah, see you in the next video.
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Take care and hope to see you soon.
Take care, guys, and have a good one.